Hello kids, hope all of you are good. Today your mother teacher topic is friction part 2. So let's talk about it. Friction is a force between two surfaces that are sliding or trying to slide across each other. Friction always works in a direction opposed it to the direction which the object is moving or type to move. Friction always slows a moving object down. The definition of friction is conflict and unease created when two people of opposing view or idea come together, or resistance that occurs when the surface rub together. An example of friction is when rope rubs against the hand and you get rope burn. Grease is added between the moving part in machine to reduce friction. To increase friction, the surface in the contact have to be made rough. The two surfaces in contact can also be pressed harder to increase force between them. Use of adhesive material that sticks surface also increase friction between them. A lubricant is a substance that helps reduce friction between surfaces in the mutual contact, which ultimately reduces the heat generated when the surface moves. It may also have a function of transmitting force and transporting foreign particles or heating or cooling the surfaces. A lubricant is a substance introduced to reduce the friction between moving surfaces. It may also have friction of transporting foreign particles. The property of reducing friction is known as lubricity. Rolling friction. Rolling resistance, sometimes called rolling friction or rolling drag, in the force resisting the motion when a body rolls on the surface. It is mainly caused by the non-elastic effects. That is, not all the energy needed for the deformation of the wheel, road bed, etc. is recovered. The pressure is removed. We can define sliding friction as the resistance created by any two objects when sliding against each other. This friction is also known as kinetic friction and is defined as force that is needed to keep a surface sliding along another surface. Fluid friction occurs between the fluid layers that are moving relative to each other. This is internal resistance to flow, named viscosity of viscous drag or fluid friction. Friction is the force resisting the relative motion of solid surface, fluid layer and material elements sliding against each other. Fluid friction describes the friction between layers of viscous fluid that are moving relative to each other. So let's talk about facts about friction part 2. Number 1. The coefficient of friction is the ratio between the force slowing something down and the forcing pushing them together. The larger it is, stronger friction, and the more object is slowed down. For example, person skate on ice have a small coefficient of friction, but rubbed on a concrete has a big ones. Number 2. Internal friction. It is a fluid is called viscosity. Viscosity is how hard it is the fluid to move or flow. For example, honey is more viscous. So kids, tell me, what is viscosity? Please write in a comment section. Hope you all kids are able to learn and recognize about the friction part 2. If you like my video, please like it, share it and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon.